I found out my husband had a secret second family for 4 years. His other wife called me to say congratulations on our anniversary. She had no idea I existed. I had no idea she existed. We were both his wife. Welcome back to Betrayed Hearts. Today's story is one that still makes my hands shake to tell. This is the story of how I discovered that the man I had been married to for 6 years had an entirely separate family in another city, and how I found out from the woman he had also married. And before we go any further, I want to ask you something. Do you think you would ever be able to tell if your partner was living a double life? Comment your honest answer below, because what this man pulled off for 4 years is going to make you question everything. From the outside, Tariq and I had a wonderful life. He worked in logistics, which meant he traveled frequently, sometimes 2 weeks a month. I was used to it. I built my own career, my own routine, my own life around his absences. Friends used to say I was so independent, and I thought that was a compliment. Now I wonder if independence sometimes just means you have learned to live without asking questions. We had no children. He always said he wanted to wait until we were more financially stable. I respected that. I was patient. I was trusting. 6 years of being patient and trusting. There were no dramatic red flags, just small things that never quite added up. The way he never stayed on video calls for too long, the way his trips were always vaguely described, the way certain parts of his life were just slightly out of reach. But love has a way of softening suspicion. You see what you want to see, and I wanted to see a good man. It was a Tuesday evening in November. I remember because I had just put a cake in the oven for our anniversary the following day. The house smelled warm and comfortable, like everything was exactly where it should be. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. The woman on the other end said her name was Nadia. Her voice was calm and careful. She said she had found my number in her husband's phone. Then she asked me how I knew Tariq. I said he is my husband. There was a silence so long I thought the call had dropped. Then she said he is my husband too. We have 3 children. Everything inside me went completely still. Nadia and I spent 4 hours on the phone that night. The cake burned in the oven, and I never even noticed. She had married him 2 years before he married me. She had built a life with him, a home, a family, 3 children aged 7, 5, and 2. Just like me, she had believed every absence was work. We were living the same story in different houses. When Tariq came home that night, both of us were waiting. She had driven 3 hours. I will never forget the look on his face when he walked through my front door and found us both sitting at my kitchen table. There was no confusion in his expression, just fear, and that fear told me everything. Now I want to pause and ask you something. If you had been Nadia, the one who discovered the second wife, would you have called her? Or would you have handled it privately? Tell me in the comments, because people have very strong opinions about this, and I want to hear yours. Nadia and I both filed for divorce. We stayed in contact for almost a year, 2 women processing an impossible situation together. She is doing well now. Her children are loved and cared for. Tariq faced legal consequences for bigamy. I will leave the details of that there. I have not remarried, not because I am broken, but because I learned something through all of this. Peace is more valuable than love that comes wrapped in lies, and the peace I have now is something no one can take from me. If this story resonated with you, if you have ever been deceived by someone who was supposed to be your safe place, I want to hear from you. The link in the description is where you can share your story anonymously. Subscribe if you are new, leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next one.